Oi oi, happy Thursday the 10th of December 2020. This is episode 29 of me, Mr. Exchange Trader, trading the UK horse races just like financial markets. So let's get straight into it. Got a race here. We've got 17 minutes tee off, 17 and a half minutes. Favourite at just coming into odds on. Second favourite, similar. Oh, hang on, no, it's drifted. It's at twos though. So these two are really going to take up about 90% or so of the book. So these will be the main focus. So we've got the favourite here that seems to have steamed in slightly. Currently at its lows, which I'm guessing is around this twos or just under. So it's finding support there. And we've got, as you'd expect, the second favourite drifting as this one's coming in. So these two are likely to have inverse correlation, whereby this one looks like it's moving in and this one could be drifting. So let's see what we can see. We've got 16 minutes to off, 53 grand match, so those are good conditions. Very tight book, 100.7%. Let's just get a feel for what's going on. Doesn't feel like the money's here quite yet because there's not much movement that we're seeing in the volume of money coming through matched, but I anticipate that'll be quite soon. And with this, I am here every day on Twitch, so it's just Mr. Exchange Trader, or afterwards, daily it's uploaded to YouTube within a few hours. So if you find this useful, don't forget to subscribe and like the video as well. So just looking at this coming into its highs, I think that's 226 probably. So a break of those highs or a break. So if this breaks twos, breaks a support of twos, and this breaks its resistance of around 224, 226, then going long on this, anticipating a move higher, is an option, or potentially going short on this, anticipating a move lower. But yeah, wait and see first of all. Don't want to preempt that too much. So that might be 224 actually as its resistance rather than 226. I'm having to enlarge this chart to get an idea. So just waiting for any erratic moves that we might see moving downwards here or upwards here. But it's got to break the support of twos, not just oscillate around there. It's definitely having trouble getting past this level. You can see, in fact, it looks like it could be rolling over, which is one of the reasons you don't want to be too preemptive and, get on before it's shown its cards to you, what it's doing. Otherwise, you're just caught on the wrong side of the trade. And as this has started to roll over slightly, this has started to pull back. Quite nuanced because of the very small charts, but you can get an idea, you can get a feel for what's going on. That resistance there looks like it's held. This looks like it could either be coming back for a much deeper retrace. Oh, the chart's just upstates, just as I'm saying it. So yeah, okay, I'm not as confident as that being a retrace now, more a potential reversal, but it's coming into the resistance of these previous highs. I'm actually looking at this now as a bearish move, so to short this. So yeah, never fall in love with a trading idea, just listen to what the market's doing and react to that. I'm trying to get a reading on what that support level is, but it's pretty tricky with these charts. So this is a bit of a nightmare to read at the moment. So this has now gone into its support of its lows here. I can't get a reading off of that. What is that? That's about, so between 2 and 2.25. Looks like it could be breaking its support, and this could be breaking higher. But because of the latency, there's about a 5-second latency in the charts. It's a case where I'm seeing it first in the ladder, and then it's updating in the charts after, you know, a period of time. So now it looks like I'm looking at a break of this support. I don't know exactly what price level that is. I'm going to estimate, what's that going to be? Probably about this 2.16, maybe 2.18. And this is finding support potentially, so a long position on this is now the favor. Between 2 and 2.1. Yeah, this has moved around. So you can see the dynamics of this are changed completely from when I first came to this only 5 minutes ago. Whereas before I was bearish on this. This is now, come up, tested these highs, just consolidated, and this is just consolidated also. So it is often good just to hold tight, and preserving capital is the main aim of the game. Still using lowest stakes here, £2. Made some nice progress over the past few weeks, so very soon looking to up the stakes. Possibly looking at £10 as the next level. But yeah, in the near future I'm gonna start using bigger stakes. We're 10 minutes to the off here. Still haven't placed a position, but I mean, that's not unwarranted. It's been a bit of a fussy market in terms of the price action, so it'd be very easy just to lose money in this by making any erratic moves. This now looks like it's created support, breaking lower to make new lows. It's approaching twos again, so again it's back to that initial context I was looking at. As if this breaks twos, that could be good to short, and if this breaks 2.226, so it's back to the initial context I was looking at here. And I'm looking for a break rather than just a bounce off support or resistance, because the profit potential is going to be greater. There's a greater margin of safety. So, a break is typically going to be a much bigger move than just a bounce in a consolidation. I mean, and these have been consolidating pretty hard. So let me just try and remember my reference numbers. I said 2.24 and twos. 9 minutes to the off. So getting very close to my margin of comfort for pre-off trading. Still got we've got 150 grand matched. That's a very good amount of volume matched. So definitely a waiting game. Again, I could just try and scalp off of this support here, like lay here and then try to back here, just make a market. But the problem is if it breaks, then I'll be significantly on the wrong side of that. So it can just be an easy way to lose money. I mean, maybe earlier in the game, earlier in the day, when the price is, you expect it to consolidate, and there's not going to be as much movement, then that could be a good time to consider just making markets. But oh, hang on, that's broken. That's broken its support. All right. Let me attempt to get a position in here. See, this is moving up here, which is pushing this lower past its support. So I'm just trying to get a short in on this. A decent price. Just trying not to be too aggressive on the entry. I've got filled there. So I've got some skin in the game. Now I can't be too greedy. So got one of those partial exits sorted. Another £4 to lay off. Still got another 4 in there. This is still persisted to drift, which gives me confidence at least leaving this in for a little bit longer. So I anticipate it could move down. But let me just bring this up. I'm just looking at where the lowest matched price has been there, which could act as support. Okay, so this one's got filled. Oh, it's got filled as well. So got £8 overall to lay off. Okay, one last order. Just going to bring this up. Time's ticking down here. 6 minutes to go, which for some traders is just when they come into it. But I'm looking to ideally exit with I just my statistics show that I lose money more frequently in trading in the 5 minutes or less period. So I attempt to make exits before them. See if I can get a fill on this. Okay, got filled. 14p again, low stakes, but that it's not a bad result in regards to the stakes used. Could be better, could be worse. Could have made a loss. But yeah, happy with that. Protected capital, made a profit. Move on to the next one. So next one here. Got 13 minutes to off. That's another reason for not staying into positions past the 5 minute mark, because typically my better period of time is like 20 to 15 minutes before the off. So staying in those positions too long means that I jeopardize the amount of time I can spend on any other position. But that's by the by. Let's look at what's going on. Favorite here at 3s. It's come in, started to steam in, broken support near its lows at the moment. Second favorite went out, consolidated. Looks like it's broken support, pushing lower. Falls at the moment. Not a great story, because the most recent move on both of these has been bearish. We want those to be diverging rather than doing the same thing. Third favorite here has shown some it's gone out and it's come back in. Yeah, it's a bit tricky, this one. Let me just going to get a heartbeat for what's going on here to see how I can structure a potential trade. I mean, these two are both at crossovers, which is interesting. 4s and then 5s. So I'd expect something to kind of happen. Like if this pushes, it's pushing through 5s now, so this might be edging lower. This is at 4, so this might be finding support to move higher. This one's a bit of yeah, I'm not sure. Well, this one here as well is at 7s, and it's just on 7s of support, so a break of 7s lower could be viable as a short. Is at higher odds though. What is going on here? 10 minutes, 11 minutes to off. So guess this pushing past falls might be of interest. Pushing lower. Just going to wait it out for a bit more. Sit on the old hands. Excuse me. This could be pushing lower. If this is, this looks like it's finding support and pushing away from the 4s here to maybe attack these highs here at 4.5, and this edge past 5s could be inching lower. But this one isn't really giving much information. I mean, it's definitely come in. You can see it's steamed and it's just gone flat and found support around whatever level that is. Guessing 325, 32. But then it hasn't really I'm not seeing anything obvious here. Oh, hang on, this one here, 7s. That's kind of obvious. I mean, it's pushed. Looks like it's edged a bit lower than 7s. What else is going up though? This is going up. This is potentially going up. That helps it. Alright. Got to be careful. I'm just not inventing stuff here, but I can see that this is, this is pierced past 7s to potentially break this support and move lower. And the others here look like they're finding support. This is finding support. So it gives a bit of context for this trade, that this could move lower. But it's a bit of a sticky market here. So 8 minutes to go, 58 grand match. Those are fine conditions. Just trying to get a good price on this. So even if it does stick at support, I can at least have a, steal a tick. Although the preference is to make profit from a significant break after getting filled. But yeah, I have to take what the market gives me really. So still waiting here to get filled. £38. Okay, so that's got filled. Both have got filled, and it's just pulling back off of this support now. So I need to just be a bit wary. Let's put another one here. Got £8 to lay off. Not too fussed quite yet because it's doing what I'd expect price to do. It's found support at these levels. It's pulling back into its previous support, which is now potentially resistance. So I'd need it to kind of, start edging lower, and ideally see signs of bullishness on one or more of these other ones. It's 8, 7s. So I want to touch now with one of my partial exits. The front of the queue on this other partial exit. Got a bit more wiggle room in terms of break even now. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to the off. Getting filled dribble by dribble. And do I want to leave this in? Gonna move this up. Just because it doesn't look like price action in recent times has moved much lower than that support. It looks like it could be doing that, but I prefer just to go for this, the more probable trade of getting a fill, which is at support, rather than, wanting it to make new lows. I have to be careful not to let that profit go away from me either, because it is moving away. So, that's that hard work. It's gone to waste. It's gone up to 8s. Looks like it's for finding resistance off of 8s. So for that reason, I'm willing to hold tight for a little bit to see if it comes back down into this support at 7s. In fact, I'm just going to put it slightly higher. So sacrifice a bit of profit for a more probable trade, for a more probable outcome of profit. So it's a more, defensive game, but the aim of the game is not to lose money here. And of course, I can just, play super defensive and just pull it into this price here to 7.6 to get out now at 10p, or
this event will start in
go on a touch, go for 15p profit. But as of yet, there's nothing in the price that gives me reason to, bottle it, if you like, and do that just yet. But I'm just wary of the time, and also, just paying attention to what the price, listening to what the price is doing. So it's moved back down again onto the touch. So, I've got a decent Q position here, just waiting to get filled. But which I did. All right, cool, done. It's 21p profit there. On to the next one. So let's have a look. What have we got? So we've got 25 grand matched, 11 minutes to the off. Not great amount of volume matched, but it's still workable. Seen worse, seen better. Favourite at 2s, second favourite 7s. Okay, this must be quite a big field. Reasonable. All right. First thing that pops out is that just drifting. It just caught my eye. This favourite here is definitely steaming in at its lows at the moment, finding support. So these two, cursory glance, could be inversely correlated. As this is coming in, that's gone out. Definitely 8s here is a good reference point for, potentially moving higher. This is on a slight drift as well. All right, let's see if I can structure anything. Time's a bit low on this one for my liking, but see what we can see. Favorite here is, looks like it's just piercing its support. Yeah, it's just pierced its lows, its support. There is other stuff drifting. All right. So I'm trying to get short on this, but again at a decent price. I might have missed the boat on that. Might be worth looking to go long on something else. Yeah. So this moving down is likely to push something else out. Both these. One of these. No, it's gone past it. All right. See if I can get filled on this. So I feel this is past its or is at least at its resistance, and could punch higher. This is coming into 2s now. If that punches past 2s, it should see, these other ones fly out. They've all, you can see on aggregate, all of these higher price ones have just moved out, which is because this has come in so aggressively. So just trying to get a fill to see if I can get advantage of that. But there's only 8 minutes left, so running out of time for my liking, and it's coming to 2s, so 2s could be a bit of a danger area where it actually finds support and consolidates, potentially reverses. And obviously some of this momentum where these have all moved up, they'll retrace. So, need to be wary of that. Might be too late to the party, really. This hasn't really worked out, has it? Hasn't got filled. It's moved off onto 8s. Consolidated around 8s. This did shoot off, but I wasn't in there early enough. I was trying to get in on the 8s, but didn't. And only 8 minutes left. Oh, that's gone past 2. Shit. So that's gone past 2. So I'm trying to jump on one of these now. I might be overpaying for this one here. Of course, the other option is just to get in on this and short this, but I feel there's a bit more. Don't like that price. A bit more predictability in some of these. Could even use 9s as a reference there. Oof. So overall, pretty right on direction on most of these, but no skin in the game, unfortunately. Okay, so I've got filled on one. Not the best of prices, but got filled. Oh, don't want too heavy a position. So we've got filled on this one. Well, we've got £6 skin in the game. This is pulling back. This is still strongly moving in. So I've just got to be. We've got 6.5 minutes. This is pulling back. It could just be a deep retrace. Just hoping this stays as resistance, which should see this move out again. The one I'm on. So this moving down. Yeah, that's still viably a pullback, so a higher low. This is slightly dangerous because what I'm doing is averaging down. I'm going for a new position well out of the money. But it's just to steal ticks, as I feel that it could find support around this level to move higher. There's reason to believe that as it's coming to these previous highs, can find support there. Oh, I got filled on that. Okay, so I need to concentrate because this is a reasonably hefty position. I've got quite high odds, so I've got £8 net position.
This event will start in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
It's drifting again. What did I get in that? 7.6. 2.468. That could be rolling over as well. Yeah. Do not like that. Pulling up like that. So, let's see. Punching lower. And it's approaching 7s. So this trade hasn't been the best, but not all's lost. I mean, it's quite close to the wire. So 7s, we're going to have to see if this holds a support. Maybe if this makes another go past 2s. But yeah, this is definitely outside of my comfort zone in terms of time of trading. 2 minutes 50. Support is holding. Looks like it could. Oh shit! That's punched lower, and I just missed it. All right, let's. Just trying to not to panic too much. This effectively has completely switched direction. Two, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so I've got some of that, reduced some of that position there. £4 net left in. Got a minute left. Minute 50. Okay, so had to incur a loss on that one, but you know, it's the way the cookie crumbles. Let's see if I can just net this up. So big loss there. I'll have to rewind, see what, you know, afterwards, see what could have done better there. But yeah, it's the biggest loss I've had in a while in terms of these stakes. So onwards, c'est la vie. Let me just double check I did read that up. I've just got a sneaky feeling I didn't. I did. Okay, cool. So next one here. We've got 8 minutes to the off on this. I think I'll leave this just because we've got this chart out of whack here. It's one less thing that I have to read, which doesn't help me. Oh no, this has gone floating. Oh, what's going on? And there's only 8 minutes left, so let me just go for the next one after that, just to see what we can see. This one's thin liquidity as well. 15 minutes to the off, good amount of time. 30 grand, could be better. Matched, tight book though. Favourite comes steaming in. Nice gentle steam. Near its lows at the moment. Second favourite. Third, definitely drifting. So got this at around 2.24, I think. That's finding support, so that's my reference point. So a break of this lower could be viable to short, or a break and then a pullback would be a more conservative type of entry. This one's been a bit, just looks like it's been consolidating here. So I mean, it finding some support and making a, just doing this, making a move upwards, which correlates to a move downwards in this one, would be good to see. You could either go long on that or short this. So let's just wait and see what happens. 14 minutes to the off. Been a while since I've had a losing day, but that's no reason to get, you know, overconfident. As you can see, last trade there can just you know, just constantly check yourself, get reality checks, because it's too easy to get overconfident. Why is this feels? I just felt like everything paused there for a sec. So yeah, just just keep your wits about you and stay humble to the market, because it will, you know, when you least expect it, the market giveth. Well, no, better way to think of it is that the market gives and then it takes away. The market giveth and it taketh away. So this is still at its 2.24 support level. Could be breaking past that. I'd like to see some sharp movements up in this one to help confirm that. It is edging ever so slightly. Tell you what, I'm going to put something outside the money. And also a lighter one at 2s, 2.24. So this is slightly speculative because I haven't seen confirmation as of yet. I'm trying to get in early, just because I feel it's edged slightly lower than its support. $34,000 matched, 12 minutes. So I'm not over the moon about this price, but let's see if I can get a fill. Looks like I've got a fill on that. Just put a partial exit in there to get in the queue. Any signs of anything moving up? Oh, this is moving, but it's really high odds, so that's not great. Just looking for signs that I might be able to add to this. Again, it's just some signs of this budging up. So we've got 11 minutes left. Got some skin in the game. A £2 net stake there. On the touch with another potential £2 to add to that position. And I've got another £8 outside the money, split over 2 different levels of price. So come on, what are we waiting for here? Is that punching lower? Ugh, I cannot get exact reads on these numbers. No, I think it's hitting support. Okay. So just add to that if the market lets me get in another order. So 2.28. Let's take off some of that. Lighten that a bit. Okay, so got fill, but you know, it was wasn't as much on the position I wanted, but got a fill. This is now budging, so let me just consider. This is moving in. I hate doing this. I'm having to guess the yeah, I've missed these completely. I'm having to guess the level of resistance that's broken. 15s. Some resistance there as well. So look, you can see I was completely right on that, but didn't have made some profit, but didn't have as much profit on much of a position on it as I wanted. So I'm just seeing if this will break its resistance. Its resistance seems to be 3.5 with these highs here. But there's also a second level of resistance that it's broke that could come back to find support off. So potentially looking to be long on this. I have to look at a lot of things at the same time. Oh, that has broken 3.5. Fuck. Pay attention. Just seeing if I can get on this. Or if that breaks twos again as well. All these significant levels that we're approaching. Have to be aware of a bounce off of that. Okay, I've got some money on this. Just see what happens. How long we got? 7 minutes. 108. Just seeing what happens on this one, because oh, hang on, no, I need to concentrate more on this one. 6. It's bouncing. 2, 4, 6, 8. Just going to lighten that slightly if it lets me. Okay, so £8 net stake. Staggered exits. Oh, that's rolling though. Just notice that breaking that support and starting to roll. So I'm just trying to. I've adjusted my profit expectations to try and get out at a. Let's get it all out of that. Yeah. Okay. So, was looking for, this to break new highs or go into this, but you can see it just broke that support and it started to move lower. So I acted on that by just reducing my profit expectations. This as well started to roll over, potentially, make higher highs. But, yeah, it could have stuck in that, but just played defense, got out of profit. What was it? Some profit on that, 4p on that, and then 80 on that, 22 hedged up. So next one we've got here is 13 minutes away. Favorite threes consolidated. Looks like it could be attacking its lows there, but it's hit resistance here, whatever price that is, probably about 325. Ooh, second favorite here, steamed in. Third favorite drifted hard. So this looks to be consolidating. These look to be inversely correlated to each other. Let's just see. Oh, not going to jump in just yet, although it is tempting to. Fours. So fours is the support on this. Wow, all the way off there, down there. Late to this party again, mate. It's just reordered there, so that second favourite now is the first favourite. And this one is the one that's just flat, that was previously the first favourite. So I just need some reference points to potentially enter on this. So looking for shorts on this or go long on this. But I can't see where it's found. It's just gone off like a parabolic, exponential kind of move there. So I want it to come back and kind of find some support to give me, some reference to where I could potentially place an entry to go long on it. So price doesn't move in one direction, it will move in zigzags, up, pull back, up, pull back. So I'm just using that knowledge to frame or structure the trade. Hmm. 11 minutes to the off. So it's coming, it's at its lows, it looks like it's consolidated a bit, found support, Can't get an exact reading on where that is, but somewhere between 2.5 and 3. It could be pulling down, creating a higher low to then push lower again. Alright, this is at 4s now. That's interesting. So I'm going to attempt. It's a bit aggressive, to be honest, but I'm anticipating that the price could find 4s here, because we had this previous high. It's come back in and could find support around here. So I am looking to take a position based on that. So I've got filled. I just need to be wary that it's also breached 4s now as well to move past that low. Do I want to keep that in? Yeah, let's keep that in. So anticipating we could see some. You see the amount of volume match there as well, like 3.5 grand. So I'm looking for some movement higher now. Could have been more aggressive on that in terms of the exits based on what I was seeing, but no, it's fine. It's all green. Just don't like the way that was. All right, so that's 22 off of that. How long we got? 8 minutes, 9 minutes to off. I feel it could have been more aggressive in terms of the exits there. So some I was just taking a tick where maybe 2-3 ticks would have been more appropriate. But yeah, you just got to think in the think in the moment and make a decision, and not be too indecisive, because you know that indecisiveness means that the market has to make a decision for you instead of you. So with that. So what, 23p profit, 8 minutes to off. I think, yeah, it's time to move on to the next one. So I'm still gonna be down on the day, I think. So we've got favourite here, odds on, consolidated, broken support here to start to steam in quite hard. We've got 2s as a reference here, so that could be a reference point to short. Put short position on. Favorite here, drifted, which is opposite to what this is doing, so we've got some nice inverse correlation, so it could be potentially looking to go long on this. Bloody hell, look at these odds. 29 grand match, 15 minutes left. To be honest, those are what I should have looked at first, the time left and the volume, but that just immediately caught my eyes the way that was steaming in. But let's just have a look. So we got this coming in, this going out, this coming in sharply. What have we got as a reference point here? It's about 10s of support. Resistance 15s. I'm tempted just to put an order at 2s, but I can't just to back this in. But I'm just holding tight, actually. Just wait for a bit more clarity. Still got 15 minutes. Just looking away from the screen for a sec, just to see how things are going today. So 43p after that one. And again, just the importance of, you know, when you take a loss, just keep your wits about you and don't go chasing those losses. Don't, you know, continue to trade well. In fact, I'm actually probably at break even. I didn't even realize that. So I've had 14p profit, 23p profit, an 80p loss, and then I've got another 22p profit to come in, and then another 22 or so p profit to come in. So that more or less puts me at break even. I thought I was still down on the day. So there you go. So, oh, this is punching higher, as is this. So this coming in has affected these. There's good correlation between this moving bearishly and these moving bullishly. But I can't see entry points. This market's quite thin. You can see it's only single or double digit money on these higher odd selections. Just done a reorder there. So okay, there's a nice pullback there. Let's come into 11s. This fucking chart, come on, so unreliable. So, and this isn't, when I complain about the charts as well, it's nothing to do with the actual software provider, BetAngel. It's more to do with Betfair's. These are Betfair charts. They're nothing produced by this software. So it's just a limitation you need to be aware of. So I'm looking to potentially get in on this one. Got 2 orders here, 4s. It's quite heavy based on these odds, but it's anticipation this could continue to find resistance at 2s, but need to be careful. I don't over leverage myself. Well, it's not really leverage, but overestimate my entry size here. But okay, it had come back in, found support at 11s. I'm on a touch now. Okay, I got filled. So profit on this one. 10 minutes see off. 24p or so. I mean, with this one, I could leave this in to potentially enter again. But no, second thoughts. I've just seen how that's broken that support. So the thing I can do with this one is just if I want to eke a bit more potential profit out of this, it's just rather than enter new positions, I could wait around to see if this actually drops down a few ticks, potentially breaking support to maximize this profit. Because you can see each tick here, because these are such high odds, each tick this moves is going to be worth more profit as the price moves lower. So that could be a strategy to maximize profits here. But I'm not willing to open any more new positions to jeopardize profit at this point. Let's just see if that's worth doing. For the sake of a few pence, probably not. My time's probably spent better looking at the next selection. So just going to green up on that and move on to the next one. Gallien, hello on Twitch. Hi there. Thanks for watching. So gonna move on now. Just a quick recap. I am here every day on Twitch, so feel free to follow me in here, and it's uploaded daily to YouTube as well. So you can see all my progress. This is the 29th day of trading. Been pretty good. Still working with low stakes, but looking to up those very soon. So next one we've got here is 16 minutes off. Nice amount of time for me. Piss poor volume matched, which isn't great. So, and there's a lot of vig in this book as well. I don't like it when there's, so far over 100%. I prefer it to be, less than 102, because that means there's going to be a tighter correlation between each of these selections. So here comes the decision. Do I want to stay around and potentially wait to see this volume pick up and trade a potentially low quality race and easily give away money, or look for better opportunities? just going to see what the next one's saying, because I don't like losing money unnecessarily. So the next one here is 25 minutes tee off, but 27 grand matched. So, you know, better quality than the last one. Not the best of quality, but, you know, more tradable. So we've got an odds-on favourite that has, well, it's obviously come in from 4s and then found support around these levels and started to drift. Looks like it could be going to its previous lows here to find resistance and potentially fall away. I'm guessing that's 2. Let me just... Yeah, so 2 is our reference point here. It's bouncing off of 2s and struggling to move higher than 2s at the moment. Second and third favourites. Second favourite here. Consolidated a lot. Arguably a gentle drift on this, with the lows and highs getting higher as well. Got 7s as a reference point. But nothing can read too much into. Third favourite here dramatically, you know, after drifting here, dramatically broke its support at these highs here and shot off lower. So this could be the context of producing lower highs and lower lows, so potentially be bearish on that to short it. Let's see what we've got as a reference point, just above 8s. So yeah, it looks like it's finding resistance around here, 8.2, but not really tradable yet. Still quite a way off from the off, and yeah, this is the time where it can be challenging, because you know you want to do something, but any movement just out of boredom will lose you money. It was highly likely to lose you money, or taking a more risky trade. So it's just a case of waiting until there's a bit more clarity in the market to make a decision. But I'm just looking off screen again now, just to see what's going on, what I've got settling. Oh wow, they still haven't settled. Okay, it's more than I thought. Yeah, so should be in profit in the day now. So just looking back, and here still got quite a way off, so just waiting on a bit more clarity to appear so I can make a decision. So, missed that. So the favourite here looks like it could be rolling over. It's very nuanced looking at this chart, because it's, you know, it's moved in so much from 4s to 2s, so you can't see the intricacies of the most recent movement, but it is punching lower. So it's rolled over from that resistance it was finding at 2s, which could see some of these other ones move out, because we've got that seesaw action as one moves in, the other moves out. But haven't really seen it. I mean, I'd be favouring this to potentially break support, so go long on this. But it hasn't really made a discerning move. Maybe even this punching past 8s as well to go long. I mean, the thing to be wary of is, as this has come down, it could be coming into its support, these lows, just to, you know, consolidate between these highs at 2s and these lows, whatever they are. And you know, that wouldn't see a decisive or discerning move up in any of these. These could just hit the resistance and fall back again. So what to do? It's just it's quite a big field as well, but I mean, I'm favouring, okay, that could have punched higher there. It's just punched past 7s, so I'm going to put something in here to see if we get some skin in the games on this moving higher potentially. that's a very aggressive move that I've done there. So I've put in 2 just above 7s, £2 at 7.2. You know, the more conservative move would be waiting for it to pull back into 7s, but I feel this punching lower past 1.9 is going to help this move up, and this has broken its resistance according to the chart anyway. So that more aggressive move was warranted. So I've got filled on that. I'm going to put in a partial exit there. Okay, oh, it's still possible. Okay, I'm going to reduce that. So I took another one, another very aggressive entry at 7.2. Just because the queue was, you know, it was very front, near the front of the queue when I executed that. So on the touch now with potential another fill at 7s. So this is again anticipating that this is now finding support rather than resistance. But it is very very speculative because it hasn't pierced it convincingly. It hasn't broken higher. It's just touched through it. So it could be just a forced breakout. But for now, I'm willing to hold fire. Here as well, this could be now finding resistance off of 1.9, which would be good because could see it fall lower. But just need to just keep wits about me in terms of you know, what's going on. What's going on? So this feels very static. Nothing moving for so. Sometimes you can just feel the market pause. It can actually just be, you know, nothing's going through, but you know, even if it's a millisecond, you can feel it, and sometimes you're thinking, shit, is my internet down? Is there, you know, is there a problem? But yeah, just need to keep your wits about you. Things to look at is to make sure this clock's still ticking down. If you feel like this it's just stagnated, you could have the charts up here just to make sure there's volume or this is still ticking. So just look for know how to use the tools around you just to gauge what you need to see, know where you need to look. I feel this could be possibly a bit too heavy. Yeah, that's too heavy. So I did get filled on that other £4. I've got £8 net stake. I'm going to try and steal a tick based on this 7 order at 7s. Quite a heavy position considering the odds, but you know, it's okay. So I need this to, I'm anticipating this will find support at these levels here at 7s and push it at least a bit higher back into resistance and potentially break as well. What's going to help that is this moving down. Still got 17 minutes to the off, so this is still, you know, quite early doors. And looking at this, I mean, viably the lows are getting higher on this. It's very nuanced. The lows are moving higher, but then the highs are just edging a bit higher as well. But you know, can't squint too hard to make something out of that. But I'm bullish on it overall, so that's why I'm maintaining this position, at least for now. So okay, so it's moved back into the, I'm on the touch now with at least one of my orders. This getting filled will give me a bit more wiggle room in terms of stop loss. Of course I could just drag these down to potentially take out a profit, but a lower amount, but I'll hold tight at least for now. Considering though, might bring this down a tick. So £26 needs to be matched before I am here. So reason, oh, this is punched. I didn't even notice that. So that's punching lower past 1.9. So I will leave these in now still for potential move higher, because it's that seesaw action. This moving down is likely to move this up. So there's reason to keep these in. The markets give me a context to hold tight. Still 15 minutes to the off. Wow, okay. Thought it was a shorter time than that. Got to keep glancing at all these different things really, just to understand what the market's doing. Less time you have, the more risk there's going to be. Or at least for me there is. Decent position in this. £26 still needs to be filled, but you know, quite near the front of this queue. This is persisted down, so I'm still holding tight on this. There might be something else that's just drifting hard, or everything's drifting in aggregate, which is why I'm not seeing any dramatic moves just yet on this. But gonna hold tight. It's not moved. Nothing's been matched in a while, because I've been 26 in this queue for a bit. So there's not a lot of liquidity on this actual selection, but what I do have on this is position. I'm positioned well to have probability in my favor. Of course, can't reflect my gums too much. Things could just change in a second, and the dynamics of this can completely change. But I must admit, I don't like how that's not really, getting filled as quickly as I'd like it to. So I've just moved down my other profit expectation a bit lower, just so that, if this does tick up, it's just going to go into its previous resistance. So I'm not anticipating, any major breaks. Just playing it safe, playing a defensive trading game. But still waiting to get filled on this. It's ticked lower as well. Yeah, so that can be the frustrating thing. You see, it's moved off on me. I was right in terms of that holding as resistance, but didn't get filled, and you've got to get filled for it to be a trade. So 12 minutes to the off. And it could be punching for new lows here as well. In fact, it is punching for new lows. Do still have some reference here that this could hold a support, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Need to react if I see signs of it doing otherwise. So looks like it could be getting another impulse move down. So again, because of that, I'm just holding tight on this, because it has. It looks like it's coming to support, and it's just consolidated at its lows, previous lows here, and that moving down has to shift something else out. It's a relatively tight book, so that logic should, prevail. So a quick look. It's quite a big field. Yeah, nothing else seems to be. This is just a bamboozling one. I mean, this has started to drift based on this coming in. 10 minutes. Close sharp moves down. Bit of fat on this book, which is why these other ones aren't moving out. So, okay. Okay, I can't be wrong and strong on this. This is... Ugh, as soon as I move it as well. Fuck's sake. So I've moved that one down. So I got that high position out there. So it's moved up. So looking to take a break even on this, should the market allow me. Because I had position on this, but it just wasn't doing what I was expecting or anticipating. So yeah, what can you do? You've got to, you know, there are different plans based on what the market could do. So I've got to execute based on that. It hasn't moved to, you know, break or test even its previous highs. So at least because of my entry, the positioning, it allows me to, you know, potentially get out at a break even. That doesn't affect me too much. Okay, that's moving up quite a bit. This has not budged. There we go, finally. Oh, so yeah, all the movement's been on the favorite here, to be honest. It's annoying that you know, the logic that I was expecting wasn't really working on my entry here. But yeah, not mad at it. Came out break even. Could have been a loss. It was not a loss. And yes, the downside that I'm looking at, what could have gone wrong. So next one here we have, we've got to protect that capital. So I'm up about 23p on the day. See if I can improve on that. 18 minutes the off on this one. 41 grand matched. Favorite at 2s. Second favorite at 4s. Very similar movement. You know, at least the most recent price action. What am I looking for here? What is that low? I'm just going to see what that low is. Well, it's got the highest volume, so it's got to be, guessing that. No, probably this, 2.2. Just trying to figure out what that low is there. And I think it's 2.2. Because you can see a spike of money that's come in, about £600. So this is, or is it 2.24? Okay, so that's our support. So break of that could mean, you know, push lower, or we could be looking for bounces off of that. And then, second favorite here, it's just consolidated. This one has a bit more context to it. Let's see, so zoom in on this chart. 9s, 8s, 9s. So support is 8s, and then it's hitting its resistance at 9s, which makes sense. Yeah. Just gonna hang fire on this one, hold back and see what materializes. Still 16 minutes to the off. Do feel this is on a drift and it's just breaking 9s there, so breaking its resistance, but just want a bit more context to you know, potentially trade that. Let's have a reorder. This looks like it's punching lower. What's that? Fours. So it's punching for fours. This chart hasn't updated yet, but it's broken this, you know, this support here, punching towards these. So a break of fours might be something to consider shorting. Finally, it updates. Yeah, where is the opportunity? "14 minutes and a half. So nothing screaming at me yet. Oh, hang on, what's this? Is that punched above sixes? Yes, it has. It's met resistance of its previous highs. This is where an exact read would help me be quicker to the mark. I've already forgotten what the reference was on the favourite for this. Was it 2.22? I think 2.24. No, 2.24. So looking for breaks of that. It's about 8.5, isn't it? Just going to put that in tentatively, just outside the money there. So I feel it's just created a higher low. It could be finding support. In fact, this is very similar. These are quite correlated in that most recent move. This here is what I'm looking at. So this here. These have been edging lower, these two at least. So these two look to be correlated, and then these two look to be correlated. Or another way of thinking of it, these two are negatively or inversely correlated, to these two. But knowing that doesn't necessarily make you money. So let's see how I might is that punching past 2.2? I think it is. Just I'm gonna cancel these. So I think because the chart hasn't updated, I think it's past its lows there. So it's punching past this 2.2 low to potentially move lower. So I'm trying to build a position based on that. So I've got some skin in the game. 11 minutes see off. Seeing this slightly uptick here, which could help this. So these could be diverging in terms of their correlation. Certainly these are still moving up, which could see this move lower. So £4 skin in a game. Let's put an exit down there. on the touch with this one. Just have to be careful not to over invest in this, because it would be a £12 net stake if both of these were to get matched, these orders here. Okay, so £8 net stake now with another pending £4 to go in, so it will be a heavy position, maybe a bit too heavy. Too late. Market's already decided for me, and it's finding support off of that level, so it's running away from me a bit, but 246. Let's put some pending or some exit positions here now, in anticipation that, I mean, it looks like it's just finding support and potentially running up. But what I'm saying by this is the price is going to at least come down to attack these lows again, these lows that we're seeing here, or if you want it in the ladder, these lows, and move outside it as well. So I've got something in terms of the probable it finding support again, it coming back down to attack the lows, and then something else in the context of it breaking lower to move much lower, and do a breakout. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I'm on the touch now. Decent enough position, but let's see if we get filled. Will give me a bit more wiggle room on a stop loss. Reduce my risk as well. Just got to listen to what the market's saying here as well, because although I feel it is, potentially going to break that support, it's the price action certainly isn't, higher highs and higher lows. It's just been very flat at this level. So try to move some of the orders nearer to that support. Eight minutes to the off. £10 net stake. $4, 10. Yeah, okay. That could be punching now to attack this high again, to potentially break higher. Can't get an exact read on the number, but I'm guessing it's about 2.3. That's rolled over as well, attacking that support. Oh no, it's just bounced. So I'm on the touch here. That will reduce my position to 6 if I were to get filled there. Yeah, it's found support off of it. Shit. So I've just, again, reduced my profit expectations because it's breaking previous highs to move lower, to move higher. So there's a less chance of it, attacking those lows. So I need to be wary of, or react to what the market's telling me. This is coming to resistance, which could help this now. As this is also, actually, what am I saying? I mean, this breaking resistance would be helpful. So 5 minutes 50 seconds to the off. 6, 7, 8, 910. What did I get in on? 22224. Just got to reduce this a little bit. I'm happy to maintain at least for, you know, the interim, but yeah, this is not particularly good price action for me. This is breaking lows, this is bearish, this is hit resistance, potentially coming in again.
This event will start in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah, not the best price to get out, but just need to offload some of this risk. It's gone into resistance, so it could, you know, fall back again. But, you know, can't just sit and hope for that and watch it slowly cook away my my profits, or, you know, increase my loss. Especially with this, look, this is approaching falls as well. Breaker, that would not be good. Let's act now. Got to act while I still can, so got some of that taken out. £2 left to lay off. Does look like it could be. Oh, hang on, come on, what are you doing? Yeah, 3 minutes. Oh, I was tempted to just short that, but yeah, it's the way she goes. So what's that? 60. What? 116 loss overall. Really? I thought that was 63p. Oh, hang on. Oh, fuck. Did I have an entry on this as well? I think there's something that I wasn't paying attention to there. I thought it was just this one I was on. Definitely going to have to watch back on that. I think I had an open position on this that I didn't close out. So, yeah, that's all the day's work pretty much gone in one trade. That's £1.15. So, let that be a lesson. Got to pay attention to what's going on, because that's that should have just been a 63p loss if I recall correctly, but instead it's you know, almost double that. But hey, you know, that's the way she goes. It's not massive losses, nothing that can't recover from. But yeah, c'est la vie. So next one here, 9 minutes to the off. So, you know, my faffing around with that one has meant I've got less time to work with this one now. Got a favourite of threes come in, found support, viably moving lower with lower highs, but lows have just come into support, so it could be pushing lower past 3.5, and this could be pushing higher past 5.5. This highs here. So potentially looking to short this, particularly if I see this move past 5.5. It's quite a way off, isn't it? Is that really 5.5? Let's just zoom in on that. Let's have a look. Yeah, I thought that was delayed. It's punched past fives now, so it's moving lower. It's just broken that support. That could be at support there. So what I'm kind of saying here is I feel that this has broken its support and could be moving lower as this has been retracing. Might be a bit too aggressive. Just need to calm shit down a bit. Let's see if I can take a tick. I'm not convinced with my decision on this, because this is still showing signs of bearishness, and I've got filled. That is a 10 pound. Yeah, I'm not trading very well at the moment here. That is far too big a stake. Alright, let's see if we can manage this. That is way too big a position. And I must admit, the logic of the entry wasn't great either, because that wasn't going for a break on that wasn't the smartest thing, because this was still showing signs of bearishness. So why was I, going for a short on that? Who knows? Okay, let's see if we can get out this. 5 minutes 50. Trying to panic, not to panic too much, because in terms of where my position is now, there's still a reasonable chance that there'll be some, bearishness for it to come back to support. But at the same time, and it's a lighter position now, so that helps. But effectively, this is saying it's going to punch lower. And that's already punched higher. Let me just... if only I could get an exact reading.
This event will start in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Maybe I should just taken that 4. It's moving off for me again. Just didn't get filled on it. $3.5. Okay, risky business, and I feel I might be slightly maybe affected by loss on the day so far, but this is well outside my comfort zone to take a new position. But I felt that this breaking 3.5 might have a scope to move lower, and this punching past its previous highs of 5.5 may have scope to move higher. So I've taken a position to short this. In the anticipation that this will show some bearishness. So 3 minutes to go. So I've added more stress for myself in terms of time to work with. Got a position that is going against me. It's broken resistance as well. So these aren't good factors. This isn't particularly good good trading. So I'm going to see if I can what I can do to manage this position, and then reassess my movement forward. There's some money coming in which could help move this down. So some weight to push this down potentially, but yeah, I can't be too overzealous on that. Can't just hope. Got to listen to what's going on and act. One minute 30. That's way too close for the wire for my liking. And another 11p loss. So let me just see what I'm doing in terms of P&L on the day, and assess whether I'm going to continue. Now, it might be worth taking an hour's break, coming back, or however long, coming back and then trading the evening.
This event will start in 60 seconds.
Which is always an option.
60 seconds.
So, got £1.14 loss to come in, and then another 12p loss, and that's it. So that's about £1.26, which puts me down £1.26. Take away.
This event starts in 30 seconds.
So I'm about just over £1 down on a day. So again, not majorly damaging, but I feel maybe that loss is affecting my ability to think clearly, especially that last trade, taking a position so near to the off. So let me just I'm just going to see what the time spacing is between these.
This event has been suspended.
There's plenty of races still on until the evening. So yeah, this is the thing about being a trader. You've got to be the chief cook and bottle washer as well. So if I've seen my performance hasn't been great, I've got to hold myself accountable to that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop trading for now, and then maybe come back to do a little bit later in the evening. But for now, let's just see what so started the day with 14p profit, 23p profit, 80p loss, 22p profit, 22p profit, 22p profit, 3 of those in a row, a break even, and then still to settle I've got a £1 let's call it £1.15 loss, and then another race where it ranges, so it could be another maximum be £1 another last one will be 12p loss at a maximum. So yeah, it puts me over £1 down on the day, but there's still plenty of opportunity left. Just gonna finish the stream for now, but then come back. I don't know if I'll record later on or stream, but I will come back maybe later this evening to further trade. But thank you for watching. Again, this is all warts and all, man. Not every day's a winner, and I think that's important to show, especially from a lot of and I don't purport to be an expert at all, but a lot of the people will just show you the upside and cherry pick the winners, where in reality it swings around about. Some days you win, some days you lose. I've had about, I think, 8 days without a losing day, but my loss at the moment is in relation to what I might typically win on a day. So a couple of steps forward, one step back, is a way that you will make profit in the long run, regardless of the market you're in, whether that's horses, forex, stock, whatever. So yeah, if you found the video useful, you're on YouTube, feel free to follow and give it a thumbs up. And I will be here certainly tomorrow, possibly later today as well. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.